This week on Code 4 TV, the Mexican drug war continues, jamming cell phones in jail cells, and paying traffic tickets at Walmart. Welcome to episode 110 of Code 4 TV. I'm Joe Puckett. It's a great day in our world and a busy week in public safety, so let's get it started. A New Hampshire state trooper recently issued John Coughlin a ticket for going 100 in a 55-mile-per-hour zone at 3:30 in the morning. Mr. Coughlin has his day in court coming this month, and some officials say he may have a good argument against the citation. His argument: he was speeding to rush his wife to the hospital because she was pregnant and her water had broke. How many people have used that excuse when stopped? Well, the trooper followed the Coughlins to the hospital, and in fact, Angela Coughlin delivered her baby 6 minutes after arrival. The state is standing by the citation, and the Coughlins are scheduled for court next week. Pennsylvania Department of Corrections officials are ringing in the new year by paying a negotiated civil penalty of $300,000 to the EPA. Apparently, the Department of Corrections had 3 institutions that had boilers that were emitting dangerous pollutants that reportedly could cause breathing problems. Prison officials will be upgrading the boilers to reduce emissions, and the EPA is threatening to fine another $10,000 if the upgrades are not made in a timely manner. How about paying traffic tickets at Walmart or Target? Coming soon in Nebraska, the court system is launching a traffic ticket payment kiosk. Say that 3 times. The kiosk system, currently in test phase, would allow the public to pay traffic tickets and citations at remote locations. The kiosks cost about $6,000 and require internet connection on site. According to a spokesperson for the Nebraska court system, the program has been having its ups and downs since testing began in March 2010, but they are hopeful that the progress will continue on the pilot project. Vancouver Police Department in Canada began tweeting in early December. Their goal was to help the public become more aware of just how busy they are every day. The department reports that their personnel handle nearly 500 calls per day, and they don't believe the public understands that. The department designated a social media officer for the new program, and in just a little over 1 month, the new Twitter site @VancouverPD has nearly 5,000 followers. On Monday, Guadalupe Cruz walked into the Jerome County Sheriff's Office in Idaho and asked them to arrest him so he could be deported to Mexico. Well, department personnel refused. So Guadalupe walked to the Jerome Police Department and found a marked patrol unit, broke the window out, and stole the vehicle, which had keys inside. Police used a cell phone inside the vehicle to track the cruiser's movement. They located Cruz and the vehicle about 60 miles away. He was taken into custody, and he is getting his free ride back to Mexico. Well, it would appear that the Obama administration is looking to assist prisons with the growing contraband cell phone issue. Since around 2005, cell phones confiscated in prisons has been on the rise. Most recently, convicted mass murderer Charles Manson was found to be in possession of a cell phone in his prison cell. The Federal Communications Commission has been in opposition to proposed jamming equipment around prisons. The jamming equipment, which comes in different forms, would block signals, making cell phones useless within the prison facilities. The hope is that President Obama will direct the FCC to change their position on the ban or push Congress to consider legislation to help the growing security concerns. Talking about violence in Mexico and the drug cartel seems to be a daily occurrence, with a total of 30,000 people having been killed in Mexico since 2006. The killings began when the government launched their crackdown on the drug trade. Well, this week, the drug war in Mexico has reached a new low. The last police officer in the small northern town of Guadalupe, Mexico, has become the latest victim. Erica Gandara was a very brave young woman, staying on after all the rest of her fellow officers had quit or been killed. Well, last Monday, authorities report that gunmen went to Officer Gandara's home and set it on fire along with her 2 cars and then kidnapped her. The 28-year-old was the last cop in town and a very brave one, facing the ongoing terror and certain death alone. And finally, we close this episode reminding each of you of the sacrifices made this week within our own borders. 2011 is starting rough with the loss of 3 public servants in the first 5 days. We are very grateful for the service and ultimate sacrifice of these great warriors. I hope their passing reminds each of you of the value of life, your skills, and staying alert, and increases the importance you place on family, friends, and your spiritual well-being.